Hello, everyone. Welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon. Ridge goes retro, and Finn comes to Hope's rescue. All products and services featured are independently chosen by editors. However, Soaps.com may receive a commission on orders placed through its retail links, and the retailer may receive certain auditable data for accounting purposes. In the cabin, Hope tells Brooke that Beth is sick, and she's keeping a close eye on her. She asks why her mother came by. Brooke says they didn't finish their conversation yesterday, and she can't believe some of the things Hope was saying to her. You have feelings for Finn. Hope is well aware that he's Steffi's husband, but she feels he isn't appreciated, and doesn't think he's all that happy with the brunette. Brooke clucks that she can't be talking or feeling this way. Hope wonders how she can help it. Brooke tells her she can't knowingly go after Steffi's husband. Hope says she's not a homewrecker. Brooke reminds her there are children involved and things could get out of hand without her meaning it to. Brooke leaves and Beth appears. She's super hot. Hope thinks they should go to the doctor. Beth doesn't feel good enough to go. At the Cliff House, Steffi flashes to walking in on Finn and Hope. Finn comes up and nuzzles her from behind. He has a free morning and wants to spend it with his sexy wife. She has to go to the office, she has back-to-back meetings. There is something she wants to talk about quickly, however. She wants to clarify their discussion about Hope. Finn muses, "You think she's manipulating me?" Steffi says she's used men in the past and is really confused right now. The less time you spend with Hope, the better. She kisses him as he says, "Okay." At Forrester Creations, Carter and Ridge go over the numbers. Carter says there's still time for Hope for the future to turn things around. He senses Ridge is fired up today and asks if he's having second thoughts about focusing on design. Ridge says that's still his plan, with a very particular caveat. He has someone in mind to step up. Carter learns he wants Brooke, and thinks that's a great choice. Ridge says he ran it by her, and she turned him down. At the cabin, Hope tells Beth she thinks she might have the flu. She calls someone and learns there's no availability until tomorrow. Hope tells Beth the doctor can't see her, but Mommy has an idea. She phones Finn and asks him for advice. She explains what's going on with Beth and that she's a little worried. Finn offers to come over. He won't be long. Hope disconnects and tells Beth she doesn't have to worry. Finn is on his way. At Forrester, Carter and Ridge talk about him putting the cart before the horse. Ridge knew Steffi would have a problem with it, so he figured he would ask Brooke first and they'd work through it and do what's best for the company. Brooke comes in and hopes Ridge doesn't feel she deserted him in his time of need. Ridge hasn't given up completely. Steffi walks in and greets them all before asking, "Brooke, what are you doing here?" Finn arrives at the cabin and asks Beth how she's feeling. He sits down to examine her and says he thinks she has the flu. He brought some medicine that will have her feeling better in no time. Hope watches him gratefully. Once Beth's had her shot, Finn tells her how brave she is and explains that the vitamins should help quickly. He lets Beth choose her bandage and urges her to drink a lot and rest her body. At Forrester, Ridge tells Steffi he asked Brooke to join him there. Carter wonders if it's about what they just talked about. Ridge wants to capitalize on their strengths by doing a new campaign for Brooke's bedroom, with her front and center. He unveils the photo of her in red lingerie, and says, "We need to get back to this." Brooke muses, "So that's what you've been thinking about at work." She reminds him she's a grandmother now. Carter says, "Not like any grandmother I know." Ridge quips, "Easy, Carter." He tells Brooke she's timeless, ageless, sexy, and alluring. It's time. Step out of the shadows onto the runway in front of the cameras and give the people what they want. Make the bedroom line yours again. Brooke insists she's too old. Ridge disagrees and keeps making his pitch. He's put together a whole retrospective of Brooke's best moments at Forrester. Steffi shakes her head as Ridge asks Carter to hit the lights. A montage of Brooke's highlights plays on a screen. When the lights come back up, Ridge tells Brooke she has so much more to give to Forrester and the fashion world. Brooke still has a lot of questions, but "Yes, I will do it." Ridge kisses her. Steffi makes a face. At the cabin, Finn and Hope get Beth. the star patient, to drink some juice. Hope thinks it's time for her daughter to go back to bed. Finn offers to airlift her there. Beth tells Dr. Finn he's the best. Hope sighs. Finn reappears and Hope thanks him for coming. Finn says, "My pleasure." She goes off to check on Beth. In the main office, Steffi asks Brooke, "Isn't there somewhere you need to be?" Brooke realizes she's trying to get rid of her. She knows she's not thrilled about her father's idea of rebooting the bedroom line. Steffi will do what's best for the company. She's more concerned now with Hope than her line. Specifically, her spending so much time with my husband. In the cabin, Hope tells Finn she was starting to worry about Beth. He jokes, "That's why the doctor came over." Hope gushes about how much better he made Beth and her mother feel. It's a reminder of what an incredible man you are. They smile at each other. It was a sweltering summer day in Los Angeles when Ridge Forrester, iconic fashion mogul and creative force behind Forrester Creations, decided to embark on a journey down memory lane. His designer's mind had been in a creative rut, and he found himself yearning for the past, for simpler times when creativity flowed like a river. In a spur-of-the-moment decision, Ridge announced to his team that Forrester Creations would be going retro. The announcement sent ripples through the fashion house. There was a mixture of excitement and skepticism. Ridge's vision was to bring back the timeless elegance of the 70s and 80s, an era that had shaped much of his early career and had set the foundation for Forrester Creations' legendary status in the fashion world. He wanted to infuse their latest collection with the nostalgia of disco balls, bell-bottoms, and shoulder pads, but with a modern twist. Among those caught up in the whirlwind of this new direction was Hope Logan, Ridge's stepdaughter and a prominent designer at Forrester Creations. She had always admired Ridge's boldness and creativity, but this new project presented a unique set of challenges. Hope was enthusiastic yet cautious, knowing that the fine line between retro chic and outdated kitsch could easily blur. As Ridge dove headfirst into the project, he became consumed by it. The office transformed into a vibrant hub of retro inspirations. Vinyl records played in the background, mood boards plastered with vintage magazine covers and Polaroids adorned the walls, and mannequins dressed in flamboyant patterns and fabrics filled the design room. Ridge seemed to thrive in this nostalgic atmosphere, but not everyone shared his enthusiasm. Hope noticed the pressure mounting on her team. The fashion world was notoriously unforgiving, and a misstep could mean a colossal failure. She wanted to support Ridge, but she also felt the weight of their legacy on her shoulders. It was during one of these high-pressure moments that Hope realized she needed help to bring Ridge's ambitious vision to life. Enter Finn, Dr. John Finnegan, Hope's husband and a man known for his calm demeanor and unyielding support. Finn wasn't just a doctor, he was Hope's rock, her sounding board, and the person who always seemed to have a solution when she was overwhelmed. When Hope confided in him about the challenges of the retro project, Finn listened intently, his brow furrowed in thought. "Think you need to take a step back?" Finn suggested one evening as they sat on their patio, the city lights twinkling below. "Ridge is passionate about this project, but maybe he's getting lost in his own nostalgia. You need to ground him, bring him back to the present while still honoring the past." Hope nodded, appreciating his perspective. "But how do I do that without stifling his creativity?" Finn smiled, a reassuring glint in his eyes. "You remind him of why he started this in the first place. Show him that the essence of the past can be captured without losing the innovations of today, and you don't have to do it alone. Let me help you." The next day, Hope returned to Forrester Creations with renewed determination. She gathered the design team and shared Finn's insights, rallying them around the idea of merging retro aesthetics with contemporary design. They began experimenting with fabrics that evoked the spirit of the 70s and 80s but incorporated modern techniques and sustainability practices. The mood in the design room shifted from one of trepidation to one of inspired collaboration. Meanwhile, Finn set out on his own mission. He knew that Ridge needed a personal touch, something that would spark his creative genius without overwhelming him. Finn began collecting pieces of Ridge's past, old sketches, photographs, even letters from Ridge's early days in the fashion industry. He compiled these into a beautifully bound scrapbook, a tangible reminder of the journey Ridge had taken to become the icon he was. When Finn presented the scrapbook to Ridge, the fashion mogul was visibly moved. As he flipped through the pages, memories flooded back. Memories of his father, Eric Forrester, and the early struggles and triumphs of Forrester Creations. It was a poignant reminder of the passion and perseverance that had driven him for decades.